Hey, so um it's been a little while for me with the videos because I've been going through a little bit. Uh it's been kind of emotional, and if my eyes are watery, it's not because I'm feeling emotional right now. It's because um sometimes when allergy season hits, my eyes just start they water, and then I wear contacts, so it's like even worse. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things, just things that have been on my mind for a little while, and it's like I don't know, it's just been bothering me, and I just gotta get off my chest, and so I'm gonna call this pillow talk. No, but seriously, I don't know, like it's just I'm in I'm in a kind of a funk right now, and it's like it's not like anything bad's happening. It's just that nothing is happening. Does that make sense? It's like, bleh. It's like there's no excitement. I don't know if it's because of the winter. I feel like that winter does that to people. It just makes you go like stir crazy. And it's rainy and it's gloomy and it just feels like there's just no hope for nothing, sunshine and whatnot. The days that were sunny were really good for me. But it just I don't know, like it's just one of those things where um I have to keep picking up my spirits. I have to keep it's a thing that I have to be conscious of all the time, or I'll just get down. And I I have a good friend, and that I it's so crazy because I didn't think that I needed any new friends. I didn't think I wanted any more friends because I felt like I have enough friends. They're, like, you know what I mean? Um, I don't know. I'm just one of those people that I don't require to have a lot of friends in my life. I just, I'd like to have like, maybe two or three close ones or good ones. So, the thought of adding to my list was just like, because you gotta trust people and things. But it's like when you meet somebody that it's like they believe the same things you do, and they value friendship like you do. It's so rare. It's so rare. It's like I I don't know. It's just like I haven't met anybody like him before, and and it's crazy because it's like we understand each other. Like he gets me. You know what I'm saying? I get him, and it's like I've known him all my life. It's so weird. And so like Dante is a shout out for you because it's like he's just made my life so much better. He's added to my life. He hasn't taken away. I know like some months ago I talked about like getting rid of friends that were taking away from my life and my energy, but he's helping add to my energy and things like that, because there are times where I have like sad days and everything, and he like really cheers me up. And it's like I feel like God brings people in your life at certain times in your life when you really need them, and and I feel like I'm good for him too. And so it's just like that's been refreshing. I think it's just so many times I think I look at companionship as being like, it has to be a love interest and things like that. And it's not like that. It's just like sometimes brings people in your life to be like they're soulmates, but it's not on a sense of like love soulmate. It's like they're your friend, a true friend. It's like you guys been friends, in a past life or something, and that probably is the case. And we were probably kids or something when we were friends, who knows. But I do appreciate his friendship, and I really hope he understands and knows that, because it's like it's meant so much for me, much to me. Um, just in this point in my life, because I've been so confused lately, and not because I am reconsidering or questioning my decision to get divorced. It's just like I get down about it because sometimes, especially like when I'm around him, it's harder for me now to get over the fact that we're divorced, because I see him all the time, because we have custody, shared custody of the kids. And um, so we have to see each other more than we were when he was living in Tennessee. And it was just, to me, it was easier to get through things and get over things when he wasn't around. But now he's around all the time. And it's not because it's just like trying to be around. It's just because we have the kids and stuff. We have to work together on things. And so, we talk more, and that adds to a lot of the feelings, because it's just like, why do we get along now? You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't we get along when we were married? Like, why are we seeming to be better friends now? And it makes me sad. It makes me sad because it's just like, I wonder, because I look at our friendship and I know that was a part that really made me fall in love with him. And it's just like, will I ever really love like that again? Or will somebody else love me like that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you only have one true love in your life, or do you really have one real love in your life, or do you have more? It's like, there's so many questions that I have. And like, how do you know? And it's just, I always admire those couples that seem like they were just the fairy tale. And it wasn't like a fairy tale where they didn't have problems and they didn't, have disagreements, but it was like underneath it all, they just loved each other. They truly did. And they were happy with each other. And I want to find that couple that are happy to be with each other. Like, my parents are like that, but they're my parents, I was like, I want to be around a couple that have been together for years and they really enjoy each other, been through good times, bad times, and they seriously love that person. And they're the people that will want you to find somebody too. They're the ones that will try to hook you up with somebody because they want you to be happy. They're not the couple or the, that parent, that wife that's like, girl, you better be glad you single again. You better be glad you single because, it's not all that, I'd be happy to be single some days. And, like, people like that. I remember saying stuff like that, but it was only because I was unhappy. You know what I mean? And I didn't want my friend to feel like they wanted to have something like this because it ain't all that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's better to just be single if you're going to be unhappy. But it wasn't like I said it that way. I was just like, girl, married people want to be single and single people want to be married. And it's just like, the grass is always greener. But it's just like, I feel like you want what you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't feel like a single person should feel guilty for wanting to be married or wanting to be in a relationship. And I don't like when people try to downplay somebody's like feelings, because that's what they're doing. And they're like minimizing it, like, oh, your time will come. They'll pat you on the head. Like, that just makes you, it makes you so angry. Like, patronizing you, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, in time, just focus on yourself and just love yourself and just enjoy the time alone and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, if you don't shut up, like, you just want to, like, go off, because it's like, no, it's empathize with people. You know what I mean? Don't patronize them. Don't say things like that, because I don't know, it just minimizes their experience. You know what I'm saying? It minimizes their feelings and their emotions. And it's like, you shouldn't do that. Like, just say, I understand. I understand what that's like. I remember when I was single, I wanted to be married and I was always looking and things like that. But it will happen. Like, people that encourage you, like, don't worry, it will happen. And I hate that phrase, it'll happen when you least expect it. And when you're not looking, here they come. Those are those like sayings that just make me want to scream. Like I have these sayings. I'm gonna write them down. Sayings that make me want to scream. And those are them right there. There's a couple of them I have, and I know I told them before the other ones, but those are the other ones. The whole it'll come when you're not expecting it. When you're least expecting it, it'll come when you're not looking. Just focus on yourself. Love yourself. Like, all that stuff is true. I'm not saying it's not true. I do believe it. I do believe every bit of those sayings, but I hate them because I think I hate not so much the sayings. I think I hate the way people say it. I think it's because they say it so flippantly, and it's like it comes off like a cliche, and the cliches make you cringe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it just devalues them, I think, because there is legitimacy in those sayings. It is true to that things come to those who wait. It is true, that things come to you, you're not looking because you're not focused on it and everything. You're not just honing in on it so much, so that you're depressed about it. I think that's kind of how I have to look at it, because I think when I focus too hard on something that's not happening in my life, that makes me depressed. Um, I'm just being really contemplative of just my status, and not because it's so much just there's a little bit of loneliness, and especially like I said, when the girls aren't here, it's just like it's so obvious that they're not here. So I just desire to have company because there's no company here. I love my time alone, but it's like I also like time with someone. And so I don't know. So these are the moments where you kind of get when you're so in your head. And so I like try to distract myself, with social media, IG, Facebook. I don't really look at Facebook that much, but you get bored enough, going to Netflix and watching all this stuff, just to get my mind off of it. And I'm excited about starting this book club at my church because it'll really help my mind get off of things. It'll give me something to do, activities, get me out the house. I'm trying to figure out, okay, like out in this way where I live, trying to find some more, activities to do, where it's like I don't have to just be cooped up in the house all the time, like twiddling my thumbs, feeling like the walls are closing in on me, that kind of thing. Writing my journal, which is nothing wrong with that, but I feel like too much alone time can be really bad. I mean, that's the part of which it starts making you kind of sad and depressed and stuff. And then you have to start picking yourself up. And I don't know, I've been feeling that way. And it's not so much like relationship, it's just like my status in my job. I'm not returning back to the place that I am. I just haven't been happy there. I need more money. I need to make more money, especially, being single with my kids and stuff. It's just like I owe the IRS. That's a whole nother story. And it's just, I owe a lot of people, I owe a lot of things, it's just like, you just get swamped with life. You get swamped with the things in life, and it's hard to come out of it. Sometimes it's just hard, to keep picking yourself up all the time, to be your own cheerleader, I think that's where sometimes having a companion is just like they're there to help pick you up. So good friends are always great, because they're there to kind of help you. So yeah, I'm still thinking about pulling back from certain relationships, because I think that they're pulling my energy. Again, I'm feeling that way. I feel like some of the wait time is being extended because of these relationships are in the way. I feel like it's just like cleaning a house. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of old to get new. You know, they tell you find the things that aren't pleasing you and get rid of it. You know, they're not doing me any, I can't think of the word they use, but they're not bringing you any, not pleasure, I can't think of the word, but, um, you know, it's like when you get a new wardrobe, you got to get rid of the old clothes and everything, because then you become a hoarder, you know, and I have been a hoarder. I've collected things over the years that have sentimental value, and I think sometimes people can hold sentimental value as well. And it's not like you're just dissing them and stuff. It's just like I feel like you outgrow certain people. I feel like the relationship should change because of their statuses change. And then I think that if you want to have certain things in your life, you have to move a different way and operate differently. And so I'm talking to myself in that regard, where I'm just going to have to move differently with certain people, because I feel like that's causing a lot of my anxiety about my life and where I'm headed. I feel like it's keeping me from the love of my life, because the I don't know, the energy that I have should be stored up and ready for a special person, not just anybody. And so yeah, I was also gonna say that dating has been hard, just because I feel like there there are guys that they're not trying to be in relationships, and that's fine, and I understand that, but it just starts getting to me. And it's just like, shoot, man. Like, I thought I was pretty, like, I was watching this show. I know I keep switching, like, subjects, but it just came to my brain. So I watched this show called it's called Unbelievable, Jessica James, and the girl, her boyfriend breaks up with her, or she breaks up with him. It made it seem like he broke up with her, but at the end of the day, she broke up with him, and he didn't, like, fight for it. You know, he just let her go. So, he wasn't coming back, and he went on and started dating again. So, but she had this sense of self-worth and self-love that I thought was really refreshing to see, even though she was upset and sad about the loss of the relationship. She didn't diminish herself in the thought that something was wrong with her, or that she wasn't pretty, and that she, you know, wasn't good enough. And so there was a scene where there was a guy that she had been seeing, and he kind of had a moment with his ex-wife, and she, you know, saw him, and, you know, she was upset, of course, and he was like, no, it's not what you think. It just happens sometimes. He's like, and I really liked you. And she was like, I know, because I'm dope, you know. And I just thought it was so funny, like, when she said that, because it was like, that's how I need to be. Like, it just, like, needs to be like, anytime a guy is not feeling me, it's not me, you know what I'm saying? It's him, because I am dope, you know. And I think it was really cool, because it was like, it really helped me to kind of see that a lot of times we blame ourselves, male or female, when relationships end, or if someone rejects us or ghosts us or whatever. We take it as it's something bad about us, or something that we're lacking, but it's not necessarily that. And I'm not even saying that that person's lacking or something is wrong with them. I'd like to think so, but it's just that they weren't for you. You know, they weren't for me. And I had to look at it like that, because I'm not going to lie, I've been depressed for the last couple weeks, because I started feeling like something's wrong with me. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, I thought I was a good catch, you know? And I just started, like, second guessing all of these traits about myself. And I was like, maybe I need to fix this. Maybe I should change this. Maybe I should do this. And at the end of the day, it's just like, you know what? At the end of the day, whoever is going to be for me is going to love me with my warts and all, you know? Because, I mean, somebody married me before, you know, and I had a lot of warts then. I had a lot of problems then. And he still stayed with me for a while, you know? So it's like, I had to kind of look at it like that today. It kind of came to me, well, you know, you did have someone that married you and loved you and still loves you. You know, we have love for each other. It just didn't work out. We couldn't get along. And So it's not like, it's not like a sense that I'm not lovable and that I'm not, worth someone's time. It's just that I haven't, um, it's not right for me. The right person hasn't come into my life yet. And that's kind of have to look at it because, and it was something that Dante said, but it was so true. It was like, it's just, they just weren't for you. And it's best that you know that early versus getting into this thing and then it's too late. And not just late, but late. You're in it, and then it's hard to get out. It's easier to never get in it than to get out of something once you're in. So, I don't know. Those were my musings for today. Uh, yeah, I think for me, the career thing has been weighing on my mind heavily. Just like, where's my next steps going to be? I question even like teaching sometimes, even though I know I'm good at it. That's like one of the things I know I'm good at. And so it's just a matter of like, which route do I need to take, And I just hate feeling like that because it's like I've kind of changed direction so many times because of the marriage that it's just like it's hard to focus. Like, what is my goal? What do I want to do? I feel like just starting over just sucks. At 39, it sucks. So because I had a plan at 24 and it was pretty good, but it's okay. And so yeah, I'm getting there slowly but surely, and I'll be back in New York in April. I'm so excited about that. So I have things to look forward to. I will definitely have updates on that trip because it's going to be popping. It's going to be some kind of shenanigans going on when I'm involved out of town in New York. But it'll be good. And I got to learn to just start dreaming again and just start having goals and like maybe putting another vision board together. I don't even know where my vision board went from before because a lot of the stuff happened that I put on my previous one. So just having goals to look at so that I don't feel like I'm in a rock and a hard place all the time. But yeah, so I'm going to end it here, and something inspirational just to know for people. Just know that God is always with you, whether you believe in God, in the universe, or whomever the supreme being is. Just know that they're always there to guide you and help you if you open yourself up to Him. And sometimes we forget about that. I know I do sometimes because I start doing things on my own and I start bumping into things because I can't see. But He can see everything. So, all right. I want to end it there. And until next time, peace.